Welcome to another Drum Magazine drum lesson. I'm Nate Brown. In this lesson, I'm going to be talking about Will Hunt's part to the song My Heart Is Broken by Evanescence. You can get the transcription for what I'm going to be explaining in the November 2011 issue of Drum Magazine. Will Hunt plays a groove throughout the verse of this song with some funk and some displaced snare. So we're used to hearing the snare on 2 and 4. Well, he brings the accent off of 4 into the and of 4. This is a really neat technique. You can do a lot with it, and I'll explain a little more near the end of the lesson. But for right now, take a look at page 48 of the November 2011 issue of Drum Magazine, line number 1. The beat starts out like this: 1, a 2, a 3, E, a 3, A. Now on the E of 3, there's a snare drum, but it's a ghosted snare. It's very quiet. Right there. And then you're going to have and accented on the snare. The next measure is the main beat of the song. And that repeats. Take a look at the last measure of the first line. You have a fill here with the snare drum, just a light fill, and then into the crash on the next line. I'm going to play all line 1 for you along with the metronome. Line 2 continues that same feel. Line 3 at the end, there's a fill. So look at the last measure of line 3. That's a 30-second notes or 2 30-second notes. I play that with the left stick, and it's really just a double bounce. A, 4, E, and I count that 4, E, and So that last measure. Under the last line, you're going to see an open hi-hat or loose hi-hat. And he keeps the snare displacement here, but instead of on the and of 4, it's going to be on the right before 4. I'll play that slowly. 1, a 2, and 3, E, and And if you're not familiar with the first and second ending, on the last line you're going to see a measure that's bracketed off with the number 1. The first time through, you play the first ending, and you go back to where you see the repeat sign with the dots on the right, which happens to be at the beginning of the last line. So you're going to play that over again. And the second time through, you skip the first ending entirely and move right onto the second ending. So looking at the second ending, we've got a fill here. 1, 2. The sticking I use, and it starts in the of 3, 4, 8, and So I do a double stroke with my left stick, and then right, left, right. I'm going to play the last line along with the first and the second endings for you, along with the metronome. There's a lot you can do with snare displacement. You can take the beats that you're used to playing and just move the snare around a little bit, and it creates an entirely different feel to your grooves. I'm going to play around a little bit and demonstrate some beat displacement just for fun. And there you have it. Those are some ideas from Will Hunt's part to My Heart is Broken. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Remember to subscribe to Drum Magazine. Keep drumming.